Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dylan Craze. I'm a nutrition student from the University of Tennessee, and I'm collaborating with Second Harvest Food Bank for an amazing recipe today. Guys, we are bringing to you some curried lentils. So here are just some of the ingredients that you'll need. Of course, we have some simple measuring cups. So we have 1 cup, a quarter cup, and then teaspoons going from a quarter teaspoon all the way up to 1 teaspoon. Right? We have 2 15-ounce cans of tomato. We have 1 onion, 1 pound of lentils, pepper, garlic powder, curry. We got a couple carrots, some chicken broth, salt, and olive oil. Most importantly, guys, when we start prepping any sort of food, make sure you wash your hands, make sure you clean the countertop or the cooking surface you're going to be on today, and make sure beforehand that you pre-wash any vegetables that you plan on using, whether it's carrots, potatoes, whatnot or the other. Make sure it's all washed and ready to go. All right, guys, So first up, we're going to actually cook our lentils in a 3-quart pot, okay? So go here, you're going to take your chicken broth. This is right about 3 cups. Pour everything into the pot. Next, take your lentils. Carefully open those up and dump those into the pot as well. All right, we're going to let this cook on high for about 20 minutes or so. So while the lentils are cooking in the pot, we're going to take our onion and our carrots, and we're going to chop these up to go along with the recipe. So first up is going to be our onion. So I've actually struggled with cutting onions for many, many years. One great way that I've learned is actually take the knife, cut off one end, take the knife, cut off the other end, and then taking it straight to this middle, right? This way you can kind of peel off that outer edge of the onion and have a nice, clean onion to work with. All right, so from here, my step 1 is just dicing the onion in half. And we're going to take 1 half of the onion and we're going to make 3 to 4 different incisions, different cuts, and then from here, turning it on its side. We're going to make really small or dice the onion into bite-sized pieces. We're going to leave that off to the side for later. Next up, what we're going to focus on is actually the carrots. So one big thing here is actually cutting the ends off. So making sure you have a nice clean carrot to work with. Again, excess ends, you can dispose of that in the garbage can. And from here, to make this easy, you want to try to get your carrots into, again, little bite-sized pieces. That way when you cook them on the stovetop, they're not going to take forever to soften. All right, once that is done, we're going to have our carrots and onion off to the side. And we're going to take our canned tomatoes. We're going to wipe off the top. These are normally stored in warehouses so they can have all sorts of dust, grime, whatever on the top, so it's always good to make sure these are washed off before use. All right, we're actually just going to have these open, ready to go. So when we're ready to pour them into the pot, we have them all ready to go. All right, guys, so our lentils have finished cooking. It's been roughly 20, 25 minutes. We're actually going to take them over to the sink. We're going to drain them. We'll let them cool for a little bit. We're going to let that cool just for a minute, and honestly make sure it doesn't drip all over the counter, because we definitely don't want that. Preheat our pan, and we're going to begin sauteing our vegetables. So right now we're going to start with sauteing our vegetables. What we're going to do is we're going to take 2 tablespoons of this extra virgin olive oil, come it over our pan, measuring out 1 and 2. Next up, something I always like to do is add a little salt just to the bottom. Helps just add an extra flavor to the vegetables as you're sauteing them. Side note too, make sure your hands are washed before you grab your vegetables and put them in the pan. Take your handful. We're putting them inside. All right, guys, we're going to let this saute for about 5 minutes until they're nice and tender. We'll be back with you soon. So our vegetables have simmered. And in case you're wondering what you're looking for your onions to be a little transparent and your carrots to be a little softened. All right, so next up, you're gonna take the can of diced tomatoes. We're gonna dump that into the trash. I went ahead and already pre-scooped the spices we're gonna be using for today, but just for future reference, you're gonna be using a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Dump that in. And then you're gonna be using 2 tablespoons of curry powder. Finally, it's time to add the lentils. So recipe calls for 1 to 2 cups. If you want let's say the mixture to be a little more runny, I'd go for 1 cup of lentils. If you want to be a little more thick, go for 2 cups. Next, we're just going to stir everything together. Make sure the spices are all thoroughly mixed in and lentils are covered evenly. All right, guys, from here, all we're going to do is turn off the heat. You're going to let it sit for about 1 minute, and I hope you guys enjoy the curries.